What's up, everyone? It's been a minute. I know I've been releasing a few small little edits here and there, but it's been a minute since I've actually jumped on here and talked to a camera here on YouTube. Super excited to be back. Now, things have changed quite a bit since I've last jumped on here. It's been almost a year now where I'm talking face to face, which is kind of crazy. But this year I am being supported by Cast. They sent me a bunch of their insane products. Got some saddle for the downhill bike, some of the Cast stunt double tires, which these are insane. They're my favorite. I've ridden these before. I've got a few sets of them, been through them, and I can 100% recommend. They're 1,000 times better than the Conti tires. They don't warp, which is very important. But I want to jump on here and talk a little bit more about trials, or my mindset coming into trials. Now, street trials is practically non-existent here in the States, which makes sense. Bikes in general is smaller in the US. We don't depend on them as much. But street trials, there's such potential for there to be such a great street trials culture here in America. Now, if you watch my past edit or film, I forget what it's called, something America, basically how America's infrastructure is deteriorating, disintegrating. Wish I had done more riding in that, if you want my pure opinion on it. But we have so much crippling infrastructure, old concrete places, abandoned warehouses, all this stuff that is great to ride on. But there are very few people, and I feel like it's a culture perspective here in America. I mean, for the longest time when I was growing up, I thought skaters, BMX riders, whatever, they were like punks. I mean, some of that could be true, but we can't overgeneralize in that. So I feel like also with street trials is much more difficult, much steeper learning curve. So if you're not fully willing to stick with it 110%, you're not going to stick with it. Which, I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years, and I think I'm just kind of getting over like where I can do a good bit of stuff. Also, want to talk about the safety or risk management portion of it. I'm sure a lot of people have seen. I made a reel, I'm making a reel on this too. If you want the short version of it, go over to my Instagram, DCTrimTB, not to promote myself. But, oh boy, it's gonna look bad. I don't know his name. All right, Alex Honnold. I probably butchered that name. But the Taipei Tower in Taiwan. I've seen a lot of interviews with him. Really great guy. I like the way he thinks. But with assessing things, and so first thing is my first recommendation with how to stay safe while riding, while still pushing progression. Number one, grow in increments. You can't jump up feet. You gotta, I started off on a little 2x4 up to a pallet to 2 pallets. You gotta work your way up. You can't expect to go from, a single pallet up to a picnic table. I mean, unless you're Danny McCaskill level, but even he took a long time to go and get from where he is to now. I feel like that's definitely important, and being okay with not getting everything the first try, sticking with it, having goals and things that take a while, because there's still things I've looked at when I first got here to Ohio State to now. There's things I'm starting to be able to actually do, which is cool. Definitely really cool to see. Number two, knowing your bike. I've changed bikes a lot this year in general. I had my extension Jarvis to my TMS Street Play to now my Inspired 4Play. All those bikes very different from each other, even though they're 24-inch street trials bikes. And there was a lot of learning curves. Some were better than the other. Thing I'm finally now being on my 4Play for almost 3 months. Not as much riding consistently as the other bikes, but definitely getting to the point where I can do just about everything and starting to get a little bit more creative and stuff on it, which is nice. But knowing your bike's definitely important. And then number three, proper protective gear. You can be way more confident if you know your noggin's not going to turn into smashed watermelon. I've started actually wearing ankle braces. I saw someone wreck their ankle at Rays, and I was like, nope. And so I got some. Knee pads are always a must for me. And then, appropriate stuff. Racing downhill, you're going to have your full face, chest protector, gum guard if you're, learning backflips or stuff. Or if you feel like it's necessary, it's better to have it on and not need it than need it and not have it. These are just random questions that people ask me all the time, so I'll point them in the direction of this video whenever they ask it. And why do I ride street trials? I don't know. It's my creative expression now. I've started dabbling in some poetry here and there. I've never outwardly admitted that, so what's up? That's kind of what my most latest little short film was kind of about. I've got some more stuff on the back burner right now, but you only live once. I love pushing myself, doing something different than everybody else. I've always been the weird kid, still kind of am. I mean, I'm a 6'2" ginger riding primarily European riding style in a country that no one really knows or cares what it is, unless they're drunk, which is very true. But yeah, I just do it. I like it. It's a good way of creatively expressing myself while also getting out excess energy and stuff. I'm very energetic most of the time, especially with Red Bull. I'm not going to mention that it's like 9 o'clock at night, but it's also a good way of, releasing, that pent up stuff from sitting in a classroom, sitting hours on end in this chair like I have today, doing that. And I've recently started branching out into other more action sports, I guess. I don't know if rock climbing or bouldering is action sports, but behind me I've just bought a snowboard. But yeah, it's my life doing weird, crazy stuff, things that are on the edge of illegal or very much illegal unless I don't get caught. I'm not admitting to anything online, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. Got a lot of cool opportunities, a lot of cool ideas, and now I got this insane brand behind me. Got some other talks of other brands and stuff, but as of now, it's just Cast and myself. A little bit of help from Red Bull because I work for them. But yeah, super excited. So if you listen to anything I said, if you're here to this far, you might as well press subscribe. I don't post here that often. But if you want to head over to my Instagram, I post there just about every day, DCTreeMTB. You also get a little bit more insight into my daily life if you really care. I don't post that much. But yeah, I appreciate you. Go Bucks. God bless.